Well, it's not every day you get to sit down with someone and talk about culture, especially engaging culture. Well, this morning I'm here with Travis Greene. Good morning.
Hey, my friend.
Man, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm hanging.
It was good to be here with you, man. You've come in, and we're glad that you are here with us, man. Tell us this, man. You are a father, pastor, husband, author, writer. How do you do it all?
I don't know.
No, I was sitting there doing research
yeah.
this weekend. I thought, okay, I do like one or two of these things well. How do you do all of them?
I think grace, I just try to be where I am when I'm there.
Huh.
I think that's kind of my that's the trick for me. So if I'm in this room right now, then I'm in this room. I want to be here 100%. If I'm at home with my boys playing around on the floor, I'm at home with my boys. I'm there 100%. The phone's not on me. I'm with the boys. If I'm at church, I'm locked in. So wherever I'm at, I just try to be locked in and zoned in for that specific assignment and that time, and just try to maintain joy in it. Try not to be so distracted by outcome or by a destination, but instead enjoying the journey and just allowing His joy to be my strength to ride it out.
Man, you said this recently. Culture is all around us. It is the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the philosophies we embrace, and the art we collect. You go on to say, culture is unavoidable. It is the rhythm of a generation. It is literally what defines an era.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, because we were talking about this morning. You want to start a movement. And when I was reading this, I thought, this is interesting because you want to engage culture.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, well, like you said, culture is everywhere, and it's what defines an era. I think there's only 3 responses you can have to culture, right? Like you read, it's unavoidable. So it's all around us. It is literally the heartbeat of society. There's only 3 responses you can have to it, though. You can conform to whatever it is, whatever the narrative is around you. And you can complain about everything, Right. I think a lot of believers are guilty. That's wrong, this wrong, don't do. Or you can confront, You can either complain, conform, or confront. And I think as believers, it's our responsibility to move upstream, to make our voices significant enough to be heard, so that we're not just marching or tweeting or voting for change, but that we're becoming the change we want to see. And that only comes with tension, it only comes with engagement, and it only comes with getting out to where the people are. That's the Great Commission. It's not the Great Suggestion, to go ye, therefore. And so it's a call to go out, to engage the world around us, to be willing to lay down our preferences in order to just show the love of Christ.
So complain, conform, and confront. Yeah. What made you want to confront this, though? Because, you're doing great at what you do. So you could say, man, I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing. I don't want to really confront culture. Yeah. Why do you think as believers we need to confront culture?
I think it's the responsibility. Responsibility of us to be out front, to move upstream. I feel like for so long we've just waited downstream to whatever is cool. So this is fashion now. This is what we're going to do. This is the fad of music now. This is what we're going to do. Rather than being the ones who are up front and actually saying and actually being the ones to push forth change and to really define and redefine what culture is around us. I think for me, the call came because I don't want other people raising my kids. I don't want who's ever the top hip hop artist in the world. No knock to him, but I don't want him to be my child's pastor. I don't want, I want to be able for my children to look and see others and say, oh, wow, that's cool. I want to be like Louis Giglio. I want to be like Crowder. I want to be like Christian. I want to be like my dad. I want to be, I'd rather them have role models of people who have respectable marriages and have high integrity, rather than just anything that's just out there. And so I think the only way to do that is to do what we're doing and to get involved and to become the change we want to see.
Now, you've taken this on head on once again. Do you think as believers, let's be honest here, that we are complaining too much when it comes to culture?
Yeah, I think if the time we spend rebuking, if we spent that same time creating, we'll be a lot more powerful.
Wow. I agree. Now, how practically can we do this, though?
Yeah.
Because you talk about engaging culture, and that's a big one,
Yeah.
Travis,
Yeah.
How can we get down and do the hard stuff?
Yeah.
Man.
It's step by step. Jesus said start in Jerusalem, then Judea, then Samaria, then to the uttermost parts of the world. And so it starts with your sphere of influence, right?
Yeah.
Start in your cubicle, start in your in the lunchroom, start in your family, start there, and then spread abroad
Wow.
from there. I think that's really how you make it practical. Is you become the change to people who see you every day. You get out in front and doing that. And one way that I've done it, one of many ways, I just did a 3-leg tour this year. So we did one leg domestically, then we did another one, a Caribbean tour, and then we did a second leg domestically. We specifically chose the venues to not be churches. So we did bars and theaters and different things like that. And so it was really cool. But that was one way we engaged. So a place where you would typically come and see your favorite artist, whether it was a mainstream artist or whatever, we went, we took lights, we took the whole production. And so we gave believers something to be proud of. And it was a neutral territory to where you could say, just come out with me tonight. And they didn't know where they were coming to. Here's the cool part of it. Probably a quarter of the room and everywhere we went received salvation. And so you're talking about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who gave their hearts to Jesus. And who's to say it may not have happened if we just sat back downstream waiting for people and praying and hoping that people come to our churches. When in today's time, only a small fraction of people actually even go to church anymore. And so going out and finding them and being fishers of men.
And I was reading somewhere where you said that getting out and seeing the world helped you come to this perspective.
Yeah.
When did you know, okay, I've got to do something about this?
Yeah. I don't know when the specific time was. I mean, getting out of America definitely helps, though, because it lets you know just how big this world is. There's people everywhere, but it also lets you know how vast culture is. And so we're not trying to get people to come into we're not trying to change per se whatever their cultures are, because that's impossible. You got cultures in every spot, every corner of the world. Instead, we're trying to get people to come into alignment with kingdom culture. And it really what it is a mindset shift, and that's what we're after. That and we do it just by little strategic things. In our tours we do it from something that, I don't know, it probably has never been done before in gospel. If it's been done, probably very few people have done it. But going out into these different venues is a mental shift. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, we could do music out of the church. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. We can do a call for salvation when someone has alcohol in their hand. I never knew that was possible. I didn't even know that was possible. So it's a mental shift, and like I said, just being responsible for whatever God put in your possession to make sure that you're creating a narrative for it.
The first time you stepped outside the church arena into the bar or wherever, was that difficult for you?
I wouldn't say difficult. It was new. It was like, okay, wow, we're doing this, and but when I saw the impact. It quieted every noise, every voice, every ounce of discouragement. It was like, oh, this works. People are hungry, man. I mean, we have the answer. And people are desperate. They want it. They just, a lot of them don't know where to find it. And all it takes is one bad experience, Then you go to a restaurant and, it's been hyped up, and you go and the food is terrible. You're not going back.
Right.
It's like, oh, my food was cold. It was, the waiter was horrible. Everything was just bad about this experience. So I'm cool with food. I'm not cool with that place. Yeah. And many people, they just had one bad experience at a restaurant. Call it whatever church it is. Yes. They just had one experience and it was like, the usher or the waiter was just rude, and it was false advertisement. They thought the bread was gonna be warm and it was stale, and it was just like, well, this God thing is okay, but I'm not going back to eat that church, there. And that church has created this thought pattern for all churches, for many people. Or one Christian in their school, who was just really rude or really mean to them. It was like, well, that's what all churches are. And so you have a lot of people out here, they don't really have a problem with God, they have a problem with those who represent him. And so if we can get out and say, oh man, you know, we're actually not that. God's not that, you know, and just show love, I think we'll be very shocked by the amount of people who are receptive to it.